Scene setting: it was a calm morning. The sound of church bells echoed across the street as families came and went, children played, and the air smelled faintly of coffee from a nearby cafe. Among them stood Barack Obama, not as the president, not as a public figure, but as a man seeking a quiet moment of reflection. But life has a way of turning ordinary moments into something unforgettable. The little girl's question: nearby stood a young girl, maybe 9 years old. She clutched a small notebook, watching him with wide eyes. For a long time, she hesitated. Then, gathering all her courage, she stepped forward. Her voice trembled, but her words were crystal clear. "Mr. Obama, do you believe in God?" The question stopped everything. Conversations fell silent. Parents froze. Even the ringing bells seemed to fade. Obama's first response: Obama didn't brush it off. He didn't laugh or dodge. Instead, he crouched down so his eyes met hers. "You know," he said softly, "that's one of the bravest questions I've ever heard, because most grown-ups are too scared to ask it." The girl's eyes widened. She had expected a simple yes or no, but what she got was far more personal. "Yes, I believe in God," Obama continued, "but I'll tell you the truth. Faith isn't always easy. There were times in my life when I doubted, times I wondered if God was listening, or if my prayers were just echoing into the dark." The little girl nodded slowly, as though she understood far more than her age revealed. Then, with her voice cracking, she whispered, "My daddy, he died last year. I pray every night to see him again. But sometimes, I don't think God hears me." What began as a little girl's question had turned into a powerful moment of community, honesty, and healing. That day, Obama wasn't giving a speech. He wasn't standing at a podium. He was simply a man speaking from the heart, answering a child with honesty and compassion. And that little girl, through her courage, reminded everyone present that faith is not about having all the answers. It's about daring to ask the questions. It's about walking forward, even when the road ahead feels uncertain. Don't be afraid of the silence. Don't be afraid of doubt. Sometimes the deepest truths come when we dare to ask the questions we buried inside. That morning outside a church, a little girl and a former president gave the world a lesson. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it's choosing to hold on despite it. Hope is not pretending life is perfect, it's finding strength to keep going when it isn't. And sometimes the most powerful truths come not from leaders, but from the innocent voice of a child with the courage to ask. Final call to action. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs hope today.